Welcome, everybody. It's Nathaniel Evans. I'm a data podcast. I focus on leadership and spirituality. I have my co-host and my amazing guest. Jeannie will tell you who she is, and then we'll get into what we need to talk about today.
Hi, I am Jeannie Muhammad, your global happiness expert. You know how there are just so many women that are faced with challenges in their lives and they've lost themselves in those challenges. Well, what I do is inspire and empower these women to understand that there is healing from within and that we can all have joy, peace, and happiness in our lives. Today, before we start and I introduce our amazing guest, I want to just express my gratitude. Today, I am grateful, as always, for being alive. I'm grateful
Mm.
for waking up this morning, having another day. And then, you know what? I'm even grateful for the time change because what I do is I wait until the next morning to set my clock back and I program my mind. Oh, I can sleep later. Oh,
See, that's all it's about. It's about
yeah,
sleeping.
I play with it. I play with it. So I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for being here with Nathaniel. I'm always grateful for him, the founder of I Am the Data. I'm always grateful for him sharing his space with me. I've learned so much from him, and I'm always so appreciative of his spirit and the way that he expresses himself and the energy that he brings. So I'm grateful for Nathaniel. I'm grateful for you, Christine, for being here with us. Christine Franklyn is a beautiful, beautiful human being that coaches healers. And so I'm going to let her tell us more about herself because who better can tell anyone about themselves than that
But
person? So,
that's all.
Christine, go ahead. Tell us all about you.
Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me here, Nathaniel and Jeannie. It is an amazing opportunity for me to, I think, just have a great conversation with both of you because I feel like we're kindred spirits. So
Yes.
I'm really excited about today. And to tell you about me is really to almost get into the topic because my story is literally about following my heart. And so I have always loved the field of communications. I've always worked in communications. And along the way, I became a stressed out marketing manager. And I noticed there were a lot of other managers and executives around me who were also stressed out. So I got this mission in me to really help people who were dealing with a really demanding lifestyle and help them to look at what can help them to feel better every day. And so I became an integrative nutrition health coach. And so that's my certification. I started coaching people. And I was really passionate about coaching entrepreneurs because I know how demanding it is to be an entrepreneur. There's always something that needs to be done. And along the way, entrepreneurs, knowing that I have a business background and I have a marketing background, kept telling me how much their business growth was stressing them, how much their marketing was stressing them. And they kept asking me for help. And so I kind of stumbled into helping people with what they need most. I think that's the best way for me to serve. So I know what feels good to me, and that's always my foundation, knowing what feels right. But then paying attention to the ways in which I can serve, even if I hadn't started out with that particular plan. And so I made the shift, which for me is only a slight shift because it's
Mm.
still stress management in a different form. And I really help healers with articulating their message because I know they're so passionate about helping others. But sometimes between what's in our heads and what we want to get out onto the page or onto a website, something might get lost in translation or there might be some missing pieces. So I really help with zeroing in on those missing pieces and pulling them all together and working with you to get your message out there in a way that sets you apart as unique and makes it much easier to attract the clients that you want rather than feeling like you have to chase clients or chase every marketing strategy that comes along or every marketing tactic that you hear about, because I know there's a lot of that in the online world. So that's what I do. And I am always happy when someone tells me this made them feel so relieved. They feel like a weight has lifted and they can see that they're getting results and they don't feel like they had to burn themselves out to get them. So that's what I'm really passionate about. And I'm happy to be here to share with you anything that can help. As I said, I'm always here to serve. Anything that can help the listeners to simplify things and to really tune
Yeah,
into what works well for them.
And you
yeah.
said a key word there, simplify. Simplify.
Mm,
I I am always looking for the simple ways of doing things, because sometimes we complicate our own lives by adding on things that we really don't need. You
Yes.
know, sometimes people think more is better, but that's not necessarily so. Is that what you found?
Oh, yes, definitely. And sometimes we get so wrapped up in trying to do more because we think when we do more, we'll achieve more. And I actually think the opposite is true. When we stop to slow down and tune in, that's when we can achieve more. When we stop to get a helping hand, because sometimes there are people there to support us and we don't even notice because we're so busy chasing the thing or the things that we believe will get us to where we want to go. And so getting a
yeah,
helping hand, getting support from others who are around us is so important. And sometimes you actually have to make a shift to accept that help, which may sound strange, but I've found that it really does require a shift in mindset, even for me, because naturally I'm a very independent
yeah.
person. So I'm speaking from my own experience. And along the way, I've learned that entrepreneurs in particular need support. You absolutely can't do without it.
Mm,
There again, you said something that really resonated with me, accept help. In my coaching and really networking with people, that is one of the things that I have found that is so difficult for a lot of people, especially when you are very independent. You're have become adjusted to doing things yourself, making sure you micromanage a lot of things. At least I do. I'm speaking for myself. I'm a micromanager, and I have to uh, sometimes give other people an opportunity to help me
mm.
to because I really firmly believe that that's why there are so many of us here, because what
Yes.
I don't know, there is someone that knows it.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I put a post up yesterday, and it's actually according to this topic is if you control life, how do you live in peace with it?
Mm,
Hmm.
good question, Nathaniel. You're great
Yes.
at that.
Huh.
Right? So you basically like you set yourself up for failure when you seeking to control that which you do not know.
Yes.
Right? So it's basically like, you was in the womb, we all go through this 9-month process. Some people get lucky and come out earlier, right? But for the most part, we had this 9-month process. And as you in the womb, you're not saying, when I come out, I'm gonna be a doctor. I've been in here too long. I'm tired of this process. As soon as I come out and be a doctor, right? I'm gonna be a lawyer. I'm gonna be a teacher, right? So these are things that you don't know, right? Because you haven't come to that awareness of knowing yet. It takes a time period before we actually come into this awareness of knowing. And a lot of time that awareness of knowing actually becomes our trap, within ourselves. Because now I know what I know. So what I know is I'm supposed to know, right? And I'm supposed to be able to achieve all the things that I know. And as you start on this journey, right, it's actually looking like Jonah in the well, right? As you start on this journey, the universe is saying, no, you got to go that way. And you're saying, no, I
Mm,
have to go this way. But it's saying,
mm,
no, you're going to go this way, or I'm going to force you to go this way. I'm going to bring you back around full circle. And you're going to say, how did I get back over here? I thought I left this already,
Yep.
right? But you have unfinished business within yourself. That's one of the things that you said from the beginning.
Mhm.
It was something in me that drove me to get to this place,
Yes.
Right.
right? It has to be
Right.
within you. Like you can go to school and get degrees. You can take all type of different courses. You can read 1,000 books, right? But if it's not coming from within you, right, it's basically a lost fashion for your life,
Yes.
Right.
right?
Right.
Because you're not able to, if you're not able to apply the things that's in your heart for your own life, there's nothing that's going to give you pleasure within your heart. Like you
Right.
just can't accept life. Like it's like about to be born, and you basically go into to the womb, and you're like, I don't want to be born and stop, right? And then somebody else comes in and just jump in there. And next thing you know, you just dissolve, right? So
You're
like
in.
you want to be, yeah, right. So you want to be able to know that when processes do take place in my life, maybe I might not see why they're there or why they're taking place, but it's for a reason for my life, right? They have
Right.
a concept that's, yeah.
Yeah,
The
for
concept
sure.
says that the group, it's a concept that says the group dominates the individual, right? Because they team up on the individual. That's why,
Right.
right?
Nathaniel, that when you said that, I was thinking about how, the things that we go follow your heart. This is what does it take to follow your heart? And that's our topic. What does it take to follow your heart? Now, I'm going to say what it took to follow my heart. And because that's what you were talking about, Nathaniel. Once we
Mm-hmm.
are out here in this world and we go through all these different changes, go to the universities, take the different courses, certifications, or whatever, what is actually in our heart? And how do we know what that is in order for us to follow our heart? So for me, it took a lot of introspection and reflection on all the things that I have gone through in my life in order to see what's really in my heart, what's my passion. So, Christine, I know you have something to say about following
Oh,
your.
yeah. Oh, yes. I have been living it for a long time, and it started literally when I was a teenager. I always knew what worked for me, what I like to do, what my strengths are. Somehow I was always tuned into that. And I don't even remember telling people what I like. I just probably shared it naturally. And I think it's really important to put what you want out there in the universe. And so I did that without even thinking about it. And just going back to even my teenage years, my friends told me about this fantastic opportunity to get a full scholarship to an international school. I wasn't even at school when, it was announced and all of that. And literally, they were the ones that encouraged me. None of them even applied. They were just like, this is perfect for you because we know how you want to explore the world and all of that. This is perfect for you. And I applied and I was chosen as the person to represent my country, Barbados, at this international school on full scholarship. And, that started with a desire in me to serve people wherever they are, to meet people wherever they are, and to be open to learning and discovering. And at the
Mm-hmm.
time, I wasn't even aware of what was happening. I just always followed what felt right to me and I shared it. And things just literally happened bit after bit like that. And it's not always easy because even in that instance, when I got that scholarship, I didn't have, or my parents didn't have money for the airfare. I didn't have any winter clothes. There were so many things I didn't have. And it was all last minute. And I thought, well, how am I even going to take advantage of this opportunity? And people rallied around me. People gave me winter clothes. Someone donated the airfare and
Oh,
things
yes.
happened and I got there. And I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe the kindness of people and the way things happen. And when you put something out there in the universe and it really is the path that you're supposed to be on, the universe will make things happen for you. I always
Yeah, because
say,
it's a friend.
yes, I always say
It's
God
your
is in my
friend.
corner. I said that to this week. I said, you know what? God has me covered. No matter what,
Yes.
Yeah,
God has me
yeah.
covered.
No matter what,
Yes.
if you walk on a block and you sprung your ankle, You know what I mean? He like, yo, you moving too fast. You need to slow down. You know, there's some things
Yes.
that's going on, right? I might not
Yes.
want you to go to this event, or I might not want you to meet this type of person, or different things. But we can't see with those spiritual eyes because they haven't been given to us, right? You know what I
Correct.
mean? So because we don't see all things, we have spiritual eyes. That's why we hear a lot. That's why we hear, because we have those spiritual eyes to see. But he that created us, eyes are so much greater than ours, right? The Most
Yes.
High says he can see in the dark as if it was light, right? We can't see in the dark like it's light. We got to turn the light switch on to actually be able to see in the dark. But he's able to see what we're not able to see. And I think that's one of the blessings that we have in this world, is that there's an entity that's here that basically serves us, right? You know,
Yep.
if the Most High serves us, it's also our responsibility to serve one another.
It's
And
true.
I
And
think,
that's Nathaniel, that's how we serve him. See, I think so many people get it twisted. They're looking for this something that is out there, but that we fail to realize that it's inward, and that we have this power within us, and this power that is within us is based on our love for other people. How can you say you love God whom you've never seen, and you see your brother every day, and you do not love your brother as you love yourself? That is what I think, how we serve other people and how we serve God. I serve my creator, and you may not call the creator God. You may say the most high. You may say Allah. You may say God. You may say Yahweh. You may call him by a different name, but it's all the same. You know,
Yes.
yeah,
this entity that has created us all and created us all out of love. So how do we serve this creator? How do we serve the universe? How do we put that out there? We put it out with love.
yeah,
Love
we
for
do
us.
what Christine do. We
Yes.
follow the heart, right?
Yes,
We
for
Yes.
follow the
sure.
heart. Like, she's the greatest teacher, right? Like, you know, you can see it, right? You know what I'm saying? So it's it's that momentum. That's right there. You know, I was at an event the other day. You know, they got this event going on. They're trying to close some different systems. And the guy asked me, so you want to speak, Nathaniel? I said, yeah, you know, I'll speak. Well, I don't know what I'm going to speak about, like, because I didn't sit in my house and write a speech out, you know. So I'm like, yeah, so I'll speak. And as I'm speaking, the spirit hit me. And the spirit told me to say this certain message. And I said, listen, you know, if we are to dismantle these systems that we're talking about, when one of us get into the room, we got to bring everybody else into the room. It just can't be you in the room, right? We're not here to worship you. We're not here to praise you, right? We're here to make a change in the system that you say that's harming us. So if it's harming, according to you, it's harming us. So all of us have to be in the space, not just you. Like, you cannot just be our dictator for a situation that pertains to all of us. And the reason why it pertains to all of us is because we are life, right? We're not waiting to be alive. We're already alive. We don't have to accomplish something to be alive. We're already alive.
Right. And see, and that's what you did, Christine. You followed your heart. And
Yes.
as you said, the universe, whatever we put out, that, and I want to say to Denise, thank
Hey,
you,
Denise.
Denise, for being here with us. Denise is always coming in and giving us encouragement. So thank you, Denise, for letting us know that you're there, because we always appreciate you. And she says, he blesses us through us. And that is so true, you know. And that's one thing that, as you were saying, Nathaniel, when we understand no big eyes and little U's, but that we all have something to give, to contribute to each other, then we are able to come in unity, and we are able to grow together. And so, Christine, I think that story is so beautiful. So tell me,
Mm-hmm.
after you, I want to hear all this story about.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
There's
I'm in awe.
more.
I'm in
Okay,
I
well,
have
awe.
a
go ahead,
lifetime.
go
I'm
ahead.
45 years old. I have a lifetime of just following my heart. Literally, I
I
just
thought
put
you was
one
And
like
you
foot in
look
front of
22.
the other.
25. You're
I thought you was
45.
like
You
22.
45.
Ah, come on, come on. This is
well,
not
hey.
fair. This is not fair, right? This is
See,
not fair, because
see, you're
other,
following your holistic wellness
Yes.
message. See,
yeah,
that's just like the person telling you about a cure for obesity and they weigh 250 pounds.
Yes.
See, you are the advertisement for what you do, mind, body, and soul. You have connected all of that and realize that this is your health and this is your wealth. So go ahead, Christine. You have a message to deliver.
Well, you
that's
see, when
right.
you follow your heart, life just feels lighter. And when life feels lighter, you approach life with joy. You do things that honor you, honor your body, and you are committed to doing things that feel good to you, not selfishly, but things that you know will fuel you so you can serve others. So
Mm,
that's for me what it's all about. How can we make life feel lighter and more joyful and serve ourselves while serving others? So I believe I deserve the
mm,
best. And that means I'm going to put the best food into my body. I'm going to give myself physical activity. I'm going to do the things that will make me show up in a way that I can easily serve others and I can really give of myself. So that's my policy for life. So when I show up, that's how I show up. That's just me. What you see is what you get. That's just the
Yes.
way
mm.
it is.
Yeah, and that is my philosophy also. That's why we resonate with each other. That's Nathaniel's philosophy. That's why the first time we had a conversation, we must have talked for I don't know how long, an hour. Even the first
Hmm.
podcast we did, was it 2 or 3 hours? I was like, when is
Yeah,
this
that's
man
right.
gonna stop talking?
That's
But
right.
anyway, so when you find those kindred spirits that believe as you do, Christine, that it's all about staying at your optimum health to be of service to others.
Yep.
But that starts with self. You have to serve yourself first.
Yes.
Give yourself everything that you would give to others, that love, that compassion, that wonderful food, that whether it's food for the mind or food for the body, the spirit, that's what you give yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, because you
Yes.
gotta know that the beauty of life at the end of the day is you. Like there
Yep.
could be a million people in a room, right? But if you don't enjoy the beauty of your own life, then you're no longer in the room,
Yes.
right? So you have to be able to know that regardless of what's going on, like whoever comes up with an analogy about who you are is an opinion. It doesn't have nothing to do with you,
It's true.
right?
It's true.
Even if people try to harm you, it's not personal.
Yep.
It's the space that they're in. It has
Yes.
nothing to do with you. It's like if you walk up to me and slap me, you know, and I say, I must have did something to my Lord because my Lord just slapped me for no reason, right? And if I
Wait a minute, Nathaniel. Now you and I gonna have to talk about that one. No,
no,
I'm
this
just
we
kidding.
we
No, I
gotta we
understand.
gotta we're gonna use some metaphysical responses because all things are metaphysical, right? So I don't want to make you into the arch enemy because I
Right,
might have did something
right.
last week and I ain't paid for it. So I just got a little tap real quick. And I'm like, yo, thank you for bringing me to awareness that I was actually messing up somewhere,
Ah.
right?
And he
And
will
now I
do
can,
that, won't he, Nathaniel?
yeah,
He'll
yeah,
give
yeah,
us a
yeah. He
little
would do
tap.
that. And instead of you saying that it's because of what you've done or to get your attention, you say, why did you slap me? And next thing you know, you lost the lesson and actually what took place in that slap, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And
Okay.
because you may feel that it's a personal thing that somebody had put their hands on you, right? But the universe taps us all the time.
Oh
It's
yeah.
always trying to get our attention.
Yep.
It does all different type of things against us. Push us here, push us there. Make sure we miss our train. You're like, I caught the train, just slammed on my face, right? It does different things to actually bring us into a higher awareness because we're here to be of a higher awareness, right? I was looking at a parable, and the parable has said, it said that when you come to the grape tree, right, and the grape tree is full of life. It has all, all the different substances on it. And it says, as you come through, you fill up your basket according to what, you need for your household, right? And it says, as people coming through, they're taking the grapes, they're taking the grape, they're taking the grape. The tree is getting more bare as they moving along. But then it said, when you get to the end and you see it's a little bit of grapes on the branches and grapes on the floor, don't take the grapes, remaining grapes on the branch, and then bend down and pick up the rest of the grapes on the floor. Leave those grapes for somebody else that's actually coming through.
Yes, don't. Yeah, Denise says it starts with you.
Yes,
Denise,
it does.
this is how I end all of my blogs. Any writings that I do, I always put at the end, it starts with you, because everything starts with self. Everything it is starts with self, in our minds, what we put out there, and how we respond. Nathaniel, you were talking about being unselfish. See, to go through this life, to be selfish with what God has blessed us with, the talents that He has been. See, it's not, we didn't give it to ourselves. We didn't give it to ourselves. It was free. This life was freely given to us. And why do we have this beautiful life? I see it as to be in service to you, but it starts with me. I have to start with me.
So true.
In
Yes.
order for me to truly love you, Christine, I have to love myself. And I have to understand that I am unique. I don't have to be jealous of Christine. I don't have to be jealous of what God has given her. All that beauty. Look at all that beauty.
Thank you.
Like,
You're making me blush.
You be like, how does she get that smile, right? You know what I mean? Because I need that smile. Like, how does she get this smile? You know what I mean? But it's her smile, so it's I've been seeing a lot of things and different journeys that I've been on. And I've been seeing, when you try to rob, the universe for natural gifts, it shrinks in your own life. Like when you go to someone and you take something that belongs to them, their freedom, their money, whatever it is that you take from them, it is your life that has started to deplete from that time on. And you don't see it. You don't see it because you believe that with more, as you said earlier, that you have gained, but you have lost. You have lost because when the time comes when you have to live with a little bit, you're not going to be able to do so.
Yes.
You're going to say that I'm supposed to have this.
Yeah. And it's also a different way of playing small, because you're not living to your higher self. So people think that playing small is about staying poor and, that kind of thing. But it's not just that. It's about living in this one dimension of what you think you're supposed to be like, or what you think you're supposed to have. And then there's this whole other side that's just waiting for you, which is really what you're meant to be and where you're meant to be. And if you're not walking that path, I don't care how much money you have or how much success or accolades you have, you're still playing small, because you're not truly living into the purpose that was made for you uniquely. That's why you're here. That's why we're all here, to serve our unique purpose.
Yes.
That's right. That's right.
And abundance. You said that word so many times. We think that only in the terms of money. We think abundance in the terms of material possessions. But when we really come to understand that abundance is just an abundance of love, an abundance of health, an abundance of compassion, an abundance of really being able to look out, especially now with the leaves change. This is one of my favorite times of the year. There's an abundance all around us. I even saw a post on friend of mine's uh, Facebook page a leaf that was heart shaped, a tree that has heart shaped leaves. Now, how much of a blessing is that to be able to
Mm.
look at this vast universe and see the abundance all around us?
That tree
Yes.
know love. That tree knows about
Yes.
love. You know
And
what
I
I'm
used to
saying?
live in Boston, and I know how it is at this time of the year. I know how beautiful it is, and I
Yeah.
can picture the leaves just as you're talking about it.
Yeah, it
And
changes so
Yes.
many colors, and then it's
yeah,
so many
gorgeous.
transformations. And that's even when you look at it like we are the same. Like we change a lot of colors. We go through many transformations. We have different auras that's connected to our bodies that
Yes.
other auras can actually see. Like, how do I come with this topic? When I actually read Christina's profile, I was like, this is what this story is telling me, right? I'm seeing all these different things she's doing, but I'm also seeing one transitional phase because I'm actually moving in momentum to that which drives her, you
Yes.
know, attaching on, you know what I'm saying, to that cart and saying, yo, take me where you gotta take me, and I'm not even gonna resist. You know,
That's
I'm not trying to
exactly
get no,
it.
yeah, I'm not trying to get no scuff marks, you know what I'm saying? I just wanna
But
keep
the
it
thing
moving,
is,
right?
I've tried to resist in the past, which is why I know, okay, that
You got
doesn't
the
make
scuff marks
sense.
to prove it. It's like right here in the
Yep.
elbow, right? You
Yep.
know what I'm saying?
You see, even talking about when I lived in Boston, I almost didn't get there because I thought, ooh, how am I going to afford that? Ooh, that's out of my reach. And so I applied somewhere else. And you know what?
Mm.
The application I sent somewhere else got lost.
Oh,
And
see?
I was like, okay, I get it.
Yeah,
I got
just
it.
let me
I'm
get back
supposed
to
to
the
go to
drawing
Boston.
board. That's right. That's right. That's
I'm
right.
going to make it happen. However, it works out, I'm
Yeah.
going to just put one foot in front of the other and I'm going to make it happen. And so it did. And yeah, that's what it's about. I have at least had 4 major kicks in the butt. And
Yeah.
that was one of them. So
That's one
I
of them.
definitely have the scuff
There's
marks.
more coming. There's more coming, but you
Oh
ain't see them
yeah.
yet. You know what I'm saying? You're not aware of those things yet, but they're gonna come,
Yes.
right? And it's only to not only strengthen you, but it's show appreciation for you,
Yes.
right? That I can kick in the butt and she's gonna take it and she's gonna make something great out of this situation.
Yes.
Right? Because I've been seeing her do it so many times that let me try to see if I can give her this task. So let me see if I can give him this task and see what they're gonna make out of this task. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm.
only got a couple of fruits and vegetables, but I know if I go to Jeannie, she's gonna make me an amazing soup. Right? So it's gonna be
Yes.
different things that you're gonna be able to do, with the gifts, because these are all gifts.
Yes.
They're not
Yes.
burdens, they're not consequential, they're gifts.
Yep.
And they're gifts to show you that you have great potential within you to the point where you're held accountable for certain things. If you wasn't held
Mhm.
accountable for certain things, these things wouldn't be given to you so you can deal with these things. You got a story that's going to come 10 years later, but you got to go through this for 10 years to tell that story,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. You know, that is so true, Nathaniel. I had a friend not long ago that was asking, you have your purpose. I'm still searching for my purpose. I want to know why I'm here. I know I was given, I'm not just here haphazardly, but I don't know. But the advice I said, just keep living each experience that you have, whether you say it's good or it's bad or not so good or whatever, it's giving you a rung up to knowing what your purpose is. Because each time we go through an experience, it's adding to what we need to know in order to fulfill our purpose.
Yes.
And if we keep going and we keep putting it out there in the universe, I want to know what I'm here for. I want to know why I'm here. I want to serve. And most people I have found that have that servant mentality, that is when they're going to find a way to serve humanity. They're going to find a way through all of our experiences through all of the things that we are allowed to experience, we're going to be able to use those experiences to serve other people.
For sure.
Yes. Yeah, it's
Mhm.
kind of like, and I know Christine want to say something, but I know it's kind of like, you see this tree every day when you walk around the block, and you're just like, this tree is just here. But one day you go out the block and it's super hot, right? You just get overwhelmed, and you bump into the tree, and the shade of the tree just comes and engulfs you. And now you got a new appreciation for this tree. Like, I never saw this tree like this before until it actually gave me this shade, right? Before I just thought it was a tree, but no, it has a purpose. That's provided me comfort, you know what I mean, in life. I can stand behind a tree and it could block the wind from hitting me. It's different things that this tree could do for me,
But you know
by this.
what? Yes. But when it was a baby tree, it
It
couldn't
can't
do
do
that.
nothing.
It had to
Yes.
grow into
That's
a big tree.
right.
Now
Yep.
go ahead, Christine, because Nathaniel and I will definitely.
Yeah, Jeannie talking for herself, but you got, you know what I'm saying?
Well, a couple of things just jumped out at me, Nathaniel, as you were talking, and even what Jeannie was saying to a certain extent. Part of it is about accepting the fact that you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
just
yeah.
accept that and
Yeah,
just try
yeah.
to pay attention so you eventually figure it out or it gets revealed. But I think the biggest thing is really to be very aware and pay attention. And then your
Oh,
purpose is
yes.
revealed and everything that you're supposed to do is revealed to you, even if it's step by step. And
Yeah.
for me, it started with a foundation from my family. I didn't start out saying, well, I'm going to definitely follow my heart and, I'm never going to stop. I didn't start out with that. But I had a brother who had cerebral palsy and he passed away in 2006.
Sorry for
And
your loss.
so, thank you. He was always an example for me of, there by the grace of God go I, because that could be me, number one. And I
Yeah,
always used
yeah,
to
yeah.
wonder, why wasn't it me? I mean, we're brothers and sisters. We weren't born that far apart. And I kept asking myself as I was growing up, and I used to sometimes try to lie kind of still and see what it would feel like. And I used to be always turning over in my mind. So why him? Why not me? And as I got older, I think it was just so ingrained in me that I have been given the opportunity to move, to do things that he couldn't do. And he's my example that drives me. So he makes me committed to never, ever settling, never settling.
Right.
Because we have one life to live in this form on this earth. And there's no way I'm going to waste that opportunity. Every day I
Wow.
get up and I can
Yes.
move my arms and my legs and I can walk. He couldn't walk after a while. All the things he couldn't do, I'm never, ever going to take for granted. And I think that seed was planted in me so that I could be so firmly committed to it to be an example to others. Not that, I'm perfect or anything like that, but I'm just saying there's a commitment that drives me somewhere in the background that tells me this is one life, you absolutely cannot waste it. And so that to me is the foundation of me following my heart, because I can't imagine any other way. I know that I've been given opportunities for a purpose and I absolutely will fulfill that purpose. So for me, there's
Yeah.
just no alternative,
That's
That's a
beautiful.
great thing, because as you was talking, I was actually like, imagine as you going through and you going through these challenges, and every time you go through something, a voice says, "This was an example. This was an example," right? You'll
Yes.
actually focus on it a lot more if something was to tell you that this is an example, but you have to tell yourself these things, because you can't always look for a sign to order to do the things that you're supposed to do. You just have to do the things that you're supposed to do and follow the examples that's actually leading you into different spaces in life, right? Because
Yes.
many people may focus on money as being, once I get money, I'm going to be free. My life is going to be amazing. It's going to be perfect, and then they get the money. They're like, yeah, but I'm experiencing hair loss,
Yes.
or I'm going through this, or this is happening. So life has so many components to it that once you try to lock in one thing about life, you lose value with all the other things that's associated to this life,
Yes.
right?
So
So it's
true.
actually keeping yourself, fresh, keeping yourself as a student, at all times, what I mean? Always willing to serve the things that's also serving you, right?
Yes,
As you
definitely.
as you seek to give out gifts, you know, if you write a book or you sing a song, these are all gifts that's in service to others. You may think that, oh, it's about me because I'm making money and I'm going on a world tour and I'm doing book signings. But at the end of the day, it's others that's actually benefiting from this gift way more than you.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
When you're
Yes.
Right.
not around, they're playing your song. You're not even in the room. You know what I'm saying? You're not serious. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not Alexa. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
don't know when somebody playing your music. You know what I'm saying?
It's
So
true.
you gotta take, yeah, like you don't know if somebody pop in, one of your workshops, Christine, where they just chilling, watching the disc. Let me listen what Christine said, because the last thing I listened to it, but I didn't really catch it. You're not there like, yeah, girl, did you catch that part right there when I said this? Right? You're not there for that. You're not there for that. You know what I mean? So you just have to take your gifts, release them, and let them do what they're supposed to do in the universe instead of trying to control them. I was at an event the other day, and it was a sister. I like her energy. The fact that she's even there I appreciate her. But she's like, y'all better see me. Y'all better recognize who I am. I'm this and I'm that and I'm this and I'm that. And I'm just like, fall back away from yourself, right? Be still and be silent. You know what I'm saying? So you can receive more of what you say you are from the
Mm.
universe. You know what I'm saying? Because once you become cocky with the universe, they're gonna be like, yo, I'm in charge, man. I'm about to show you that I'm in charge and not you. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? And you're gonna run into a brick wall. You ain't gonna realize
True.
why you ran into the brick wall. It's because you didn't accept the beauties that the universe was given to you freely, and you took possession of it, because the universe don't want you to take possession of it. It wants you to allow it to flow through you
Yes.
so it can reach out to
Oh,
others.
yes. Yes. See, you know what?
Definitely.
That is so beautiful, Nathaniel. That is so beautiful because once we understand that we are a conduit, that we are just here to release that love, release that
Yeah.
compassion, release that. And that's why we are all made in the image, I believe, in the image of God. And when we understand that we're in his image, of his likeness, and what is his image and what is his likeness? God is love. That means is that, and that love, then that's us. And when we focus on ourselves so much that we think it's us, we think that whatever I'm doing is me, but it's not me. It's not. I'm just a vessel that is being used to show this in human form, you know. And once we do
Yeah.
that, and once we understand that we can get out of our own way, and just let it flow, let it come, let this move through us, this love, this
Right.
compassion to
Right.
the world.
That's right. What it
Yeah.
is what it is. It is what it is. I am that I am, and that's all that I am, right? This is what it's about. It's getting into this humble, you know what I'm saying, mindset, you know what I mean? That I'm just a gift of life. In whatever form or whatever testimony has to be used, as Queen Tina talked about her brother, and he was a prime example for her life. Without him, would there actually be a Christine?
Not in the same way, for sure.
Right? They might not be a Christine. You might not be able to say, I'm grateful that I'm able to move around the way I want to move around or go places, because you didn't have a living example of what that would look like if you wasn't able to do so.
It's
Right? So
true.
your brother was a living example of this is what it looks like on the other side, right? Like somebody
Yes.
says love, 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 and then one day they become hated, right?
Hmm.
They've been so engulfed in all this love that when the hate came, they was like, this doesn't even supposed to exist. Like, when did hate exist in the world? Like, You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it's a foreign object, but it's not. It's just an experience. You just didn't experience it directly
Mhm.
at that
Right.
time. So now,
Without
it's
hate,
time
there
to
cannot be
experience it.
love. Without
It's
hate, there
true.
is no love. Without
Yes.
love, there is no hate. I mean, that's why we live in this dual existence.
Existence.
Yes. And we realize that. That's why we have to combat hate with love because it's there. It's there. As long as
And it's,
love is here, there is hate.
yeah,
And
because
to
we
go back
say
to,
naturally, yep, good.
yeah, yeah, to go
I'm
back to what
listening.
you, I think, were talking about last time, Nathaniel, you were talking about letting go. And part of following your heart is about accepting that there are things you need to let go of along the way. So that's another
Yes.
thing I just wanted to mention now that we're talking about the
Yeah,
flip side. The flip side
that's
also
right.
is, you're following a path, and it's really important to stick to that path, pay attention to that path, and let go of the other things that aren't serving you on the journey you're supposed to be on. So
That's
that's
right.
something else
Because
I've learned along the way.
that's right. Because you're meant, and regardless of what anyone says, you're meant to function at a high vibration. This is what you're meant to function at. Right? It's basically like going to an apple tree and pulling an apple and you biting it and it's brittle. Right? And you say, what has the apple been doing all springtime when it's supposed to be actually nourishing itself? What has it been doing to the fact when I grab the apple and eat the apple, it doesn't give me the substance that it's supposed to give me? What has this apple been doing? Right? So the universe will actually respond to you the same way as far as like, what have you been doing? You got all the tools. You've been watered, you've been, nourished with the sun. You know what I'm saying? Actually got plenty of rest. What have you been doing with your energy that you're not actually moving at a high vibration? And why are you robbing yourself but also humanity from your gifts? Because you may not feel that you're robbing humanity from your gifts when you don't tap into your gifts, but this is exactly what you're doing. And it actually comes back as a reflection. That's why the Most High has to tell man, do not, be judgmental against the poor. Do not be judgmental against the homeless, right? The reason why he has to instruct you of this because you know that all of us are supposed to move in high vibration. So if you're moving in high vibration and others around you are not, then you a lot of time will come into a space of judgment and condemnation. He doesn't want you to do that, but because he knows that you're going to come to that naturally. It's not something that you want to do. It's a natural thing for you to do because you know that we all put the move in high vibration according to how the universe has created us and how the universe is created. If you go outside and there's no sun, you're going to be upset unless you live in Alaska, right?
I would
Oh,
be
Right?
upset for
yes.
sure.
Yes, for
Yeah.
sure.
If you're in Alaska, then you like Alaska 6 months light, 6 months dark,
No,
right? But if
I'm
you don't
all
live in
about
Alaska,
sunshine. I
yeah,
bring
see,
the
so you can't
sunshine.
I
you
know
can't
in
move to
Barbados,
Alaska.
I know you are.
Yeah, you can't move in Alaska. You're gonna be out of your comfort zone. You're gonna come
Oh
outside, it's
yeah.
gonna be dark. You're gonna be like, yo, isn't it 12 o'clock? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's our vibration that actually causes a lot of times to bring forth judgments, to bring, of course, ridicules towards a lot of other people and not be able to naturally express, who we are because the other energies that's supposed to be around us to actually play tag with us and pass on this and pass on this and pass on this gift and that's what this is not doing their part. So because they're not doing their part, there's something that's missing in our stream of life that we're moving through. And
And
we take it for
you
granted.
you said, and Christine said this, there, but by the grace of God go I.
That's right.
I try to always remember that when I find myself maybe having that, why are they like that? Or why are they this? Or why don't they have this? Or why don't they have, I don't know. I don't know what God
Mm,
is allowing them to go through in order for them to find their purpose. See, we never know what stage a person is in their life. That's why sometimes become so judgmental about where other people are without considering they may have to go through this in order to fulfill what God has for them. They make this, if you go through being homeless, you can truly, when you come up out of that situation, then you can really talk about what is needed in order to pull yourself up from being homeless. You can help somebody. You can help somebody. When you have gone through what it is to be addicted to alcohol and drugs, then you know what is needed in order to pull yourself up. And you are a walking testament. Like you said about your brother, Christy, that was such a beautiful story about your brother, such a testament to him, to live your life as an example, knowing that you are doing things that he will never be able to do. It inspires you, you know.
Yes.
So that was maybe his purpose.
Yes.
That may have been the
Yeah,
purpose that God put him here for,
I agree.
you
yeah,
know.
too. That's true. And, and
So,
and the beauty of knowing too that it just doesn't stop that he transitioned. It's just that he transitioned before you,
Yes,
right?
it's true.
That's
But
it.
he
So
lives on as
but
my
he still lives
inspiration.
on. He's your
Yep.
inspiration. He's in your spirit. You might see something in the street, remind you of him, and smile.
Yeah,
Right? It's all those different things. You know what I mean? You have a greater heart for compassion. You know what I mean? That you might have never
definitely.
received before. You know, you able to reach out to people in different ways or say words of encouragement. And those words is right on the money because you're speaking from a spiritual awareness and not just from a physical awareness.
Yes.
And other entities are able to feel and understand where you're coming from when you actually provide your message. No, she's not being facetious. She's not trying to judge me. She's not trying to ridicule me. It seems like she's from experience, like she understands from experience. And we need those type of blessings in our life. When people was talking about Christ and he walked through the land and people were sick and they was like, if I just touch Christ, you know, my life is going to change. I'm going to be whole again. I'm going to be healed, or I'm going to be able to see again, and things of that nature, right? This is an energy that he was able to experience for the lives of others. He was able to conjure up this high power energy and be able to pass it on to preserve the lives of others. And we also have that same type of energy. That's why he was telling the
that's
12
right.
apostles,
Somebody can touch your garment, Christine,
that's right.
which
Yes.
is not necessarily but your spirit. Somebody can touch that, and you might be able to heal them from loneliness, heal them from having these thoughts about they cannot achieve, help to change your mindset. See, that's a healing.
Yes. And that's why I like working with healers, because I feel strongly about helping those who want to help people to help more people. I think that's what it's really all about. And so I love having that, being part of that ripple effect where, there's so much love I see in the people that I work with, so much compassion, and they're so passionate about serving others. But sometimes it's that they're here and there are people out there that they can be serving and they're not connected to those people. So I love helping to build a bridge. That's the group that I really love working with, because I think that's what's so needed in the world. And there are people who have so much heart and passion to share. And it's about getting all the opportunities possible to give all that love and serve as many people as you can.
Yes.
And it also keeps
Starting,
you in tune.
yes.
Yes, definitely. It does.
Starting with self. That's what I always
Yes.
say. It starts with self, you know. And once we grasp that, how important it is to heal from within and find our happiness and joy and peace from within, we are healing ourselves on a daily basis. Because you said something earlier about not being perfect. You know, I haven't completely healed from all the things in my past, but every day Every day I work on it. Every day I get closer. Every day is an opportunity. That's why I'm so grateful for life. Every day is an opportunity to be able to heal myself even more. And by healing myself even more, I'm making myself even more of a vessel that I can help to show other people how they can heal from within. So that's why I just love your message, Christine. I love your spirit because you are helping people like me be able to put our message out there clear with clarity. So
That's
thank
right.
you.
Yes. It's what I love to do. And I can't imagine it
Mm,
any other way.
Oh, I can't
yeah.
imagine you being any other way either. I just, I can't imagine another Christine being in any other way because, and it's so beautiful. It really is beautiful. And I am so thankful that you gave us some of your time because I know you're a busy lady. I know you have other things going on, a personal life that is busy, you know. And so I am so grateful for you being here with us today and sharing your story with us.
Oh,
Yes,
thank you
ma'am.
so much for having me, both of you. It's been such a pleasure. And I really appreciate you sharing your platform with me. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're
Definitely,
welcome.
definitely
You're
our
welcome.
pleasure. Definitely. And how do
And
people, I do have your LinkedIn on there, but is any other ways that you want people to reach out to you and,
Yes,
get familiar with who you are and how you can actually help the healers,
sure.
right?
Yeah. You can go to my website. I am healthywealthy.com. And there's a quiz there that you can take, which is all about discovering if you're an entrepreneur, your online marketing strength. So that can help you simplify your life and feel more confident about the message you have to share. But on iamhealthywealthy.com, there's also a contact page. You can always reach out to me there. And I
So
love connecting with people.
I am healthy, wealthy.
.com.
Gotcha.
okay. All right. Thank you
All
so
right.
much. And did you have any closing remarks, Nathaniel, before I go into our close?
Yeah, this is great interaction as I knew it would be. Jeannie told me a lot about you from her podcast experience. And I'm just thankful, for who you are, what you are bringing to the lives of other people and being able to tap in and share that energy that actually exists for all of us. We all have the potential to tap in, to change the course of our lives, you know what I mean? And to move at a high vibration. And you actually have shown this, you've been a testament to it for your life, but also for the lives of other people. And I definitely commend you on this.
Thank you. And I look forward to having you on my podcast too, Nathaniel. Jeannie has been on
Uh-oh.
my Reclaim Your A Game podcast. So don't forget, you have an open invitation to join me.
Thank
Hit me
you.
up. Hit me with the link. Let me know we're gonna do it this day, Nathaniel. Right? So,
Thank
All
you. Thank
right.
you. Thank you.
yeah. Just let me
Uh,
know.
with that, peace and blessings, everyone. We're so happy that you were here with us. The music you hear in the background, it does not belong to us. We're just borrowing it to go into a peaceful state of mind. So, what I would like everyone to do, if you're in a safe place, close your eyes. Close your eyes. Let the music go through you. I want us to relax, to relax, to relax. Take a deep, let it out slowly. Take a deep breath. Let it out slowly. Relax the top of your head. Relax. Relax your forehead. Relax. Relax your face. Going on down to your shoulders. Arms. Stretch your arms. Relax your fingers. Relax. Relax your body. Going down your body into your legs. Relax. Relax your feet. Wiggle your toes. Relax. Take a deep breath. Let it out slowly. I am going to count from 5 backwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a deep breath. Let it out slowly. Open your eyes. Open your eyes. Open your eyes. Peace and blessings.
Good day, Christine.
Good day.
Awesome.